How you doing over there, bud?
I'm doing all right, man. Doing all right.
Doing all right. I wish I could see you. I can almost hear
You
you.
guys hear that? I hear like a guy talking, but I
Yeah,
don't
you hear
see
that?
him.
Yeah. Okay. Guy in the closet.
Oh, Kevin, did you finally admit it? You finally coming out?
I'm not. I'm going to stay right here in my closet.
While you're in there, there's some laundry that needs to be done. So today we were
Nothing like putting the alcoholic in this room.
hey, no touch. $10 a shot.
Good.
So today we had a little bit of an adventure. We went to the Great American Outdoor Show, and I got Kevin and Eddie here with me. We took the long 2-hour drive down to the show
In Harrisburg.
Yep. To just walk around, and it was Kevin's first time, and I'm really looking forward to hearing. We did not talk about this at all on the ride home, and it was so awkward.
It was a long period of silence. Didn't know whether to say anything because the conversation could kick off, and then we're coming home to repeat ourselves.
Yeah, it was a long drive home.
It was, and we were hungry.
That Midway Diner was awesome.
That was a good breakfast.
This morning was pretty good.
That was a good breakfast.
About Scrapple, but that was a good Scrapple.
It was.
Okay.
It was all right. It was all right in my book.
Yeah. I mean, it's not as good as our Scrapple, but
Yeah, I'd give it a 6.
Oh, we're gonna go. Oh, are we gonna be the rating Scrapple crew?
I think that just started. I think that's a thing now.
Yeah, I mean, because every diner I go to, I have to try the scrap.
Yeah, that's all I ever get.
Yeah.
That's 6 point something. You can't just throw a 6 out.
Nah, I'll give it a solid 6.
So this is your benchmark, because we're starting here. This is your benchmark.
Oh, okay. Well, then when it comes to deer season, you already know what's going top. It's going off the Richter scale, probably.
Well, are we going on a scale of 1 to 10?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll do 1 to 10. So for this Scrapple, you're giving it a 6?
Giving it, and I would give mine a 6 because you saw mine was like extra thin.
Appearance.
Rubbly, it's all wrinkly.
Yeah, appearance.
I mean, I can't. The flavor was there. I don't necessarily enjoy the cornmeal in it, but it's
Presentation.
all right. Yeah, it was all
We should probably tell, if you don't know what Scrapple is, it's a lot of people.
Deliciousness in a mess.
Yeah, it usually goes with breakfast. It's meat that you fry. Gets real crispy on the outside, and it's like I don't know, like just a soft consistency on the inside.
Yeah.
Almost if you could deep fry peanut butter, just a little bit thicker consistency on the inside. That's probably would be the closest. Other than that, I really don't know.
Yeah, it's kind of hard. I wouldn't say peanut butter, but
It's not as creamy as that.
yeah, it's
Like
almost
in-
like crab cake. It's almost like crab cake.
Okay.
With too much breading in it, where it gets mushy, too much egg and.
I want to hear
bread.
Kevin's because he's never had it, and I really
Okay.
want to hear his.
Let's hear your description.
Yes.
I have no. It's to me, it's like a hash. It's like a twice baked potato.
Interesting.
That's
Like it's like whipped in the middle but crunchy on the outside,
Yes. Yes.
and that's the texture it brings to me. And the addition of maple syrup today was very nice.
Yeah, it was very good. Straight from the hills of Vermont.
I'm an OG kind of guy. Throw some ketchup on there for some hot sauce available. Yes.
I'm a hot sauce all the time kind of guy, but I like to change it up.
Ketchup always goes on mine.
Mm-hmm.
It's just.
I think if we're going to be rating, it should be plain.
What was that?
It's got to be plain. Taste the Scrapple first, then we'll add stuff.
Yes.
Oh yeah, obviously.
Yes.
Yeah.
I thought it was very good. It had a good flavor, sweet, salty, mushy. I don't know, whatever Scrapple should be, it was.
Yeah. I don't know if you can tell, but we were having technical difficulties. You know what? We're going to wrap up the Scrapple talk, and then we're going to get into the technical difficulties, and then we'll get into what the actual show is supposed to be. So just hang with us for the next couple of minutes. we promise we'll get there. Yeah, it's been bad.
Our thoughts. We just got home probably what?
Hour ago.
Then we tried to scarf food down.
I left my house at 5 in the morning, man. It is now 10 to 10.
So, Scrapple in a long, we'll keep it short. Scrapple is basically the scraps of the meat. It's almost kind of like you're making a stock, like a bone stock, and you just boil all the meat off of the bone, and then they run that through a grinder and put it back into the water, so it's like a gravy almost, and then you just start adding your personal binder, like whatever you choose to bind it with, and then it creates like a gelatin almost, and then you fry that gelatin. But it's like a meat patty, really, really finely ground meat patty that you fry. And
It is an acquired taste. Some
It
people
is.
absolutely despise it. They think it's disgusting.
And it's a Northeast thing. It's like a Pennsylvania Dutch Northeast
it's
thing.
pretty much Pennsylvania Dutch, I think.
Yeah. So I'm going 7.2 on this one. I enjoyed this one for cornmeal. For having cornmeal in it, I enjoyed it.
Okay.
Yeah. Kev?
What's your rating, Kevin? For your first time.
So I'm going to have to say it was like a standard, 7.5 up there. It was really good. I enjoyed eating it. I didn't want to.
So your first time was exquisite.
I finished it. So now the one Dan gave me from here, way higher, way better.
The one Dan
here, mine.
Oh, you gave him the good stuff, the top shelf stuff.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. That's a single barrel.
I didn't know. You got the.
That's as good.
The top shelf stuff.
All right, so we are in the middle of technical difficulties, and I don't know if anybody's ever hashed out troubleshooting in the middle of a podcast, but I'm about to do it. You need to take your phone off a speakerphone immediately because it's cutting in and out.
My phone?
Yeah. Yeah, because you have an iPhone, it's on speaker. Yeah. So while he's taking care of that, we've been having horrible technical difficulties today. Nothing was working. SD cards weren't working. Things were plugging in. Kevin got this $4,000 headphone setup that doesn't work. Doesn't plug into anything. Doesn't plug into anything in this house.
Dan's drinking coffee at 10 o'clock at night. I just ran out of beer. It has just been a terrible evening.
Yeah. 200 milligrams. I'm not going to be able to sleep. Yeah, you pounded that way too fast. So Kevin, whenever you are back with us, just cut us off and chime in. So going down there, me and Eddie were very, very excited to see kind of how Kevin's reaction was to this show, because it's the biggest show in the North, actually in America, I believe, consumer show, or one of.
Yeah, I'd probably say one of. There might be some bigger ones in the Midwest, but
yeah. So, and it covers everything. It covers hunting, fishing. Basically, it covers everything Craving Wild is, right?
Camping,
everything.
Cooking, the whole
log homes.
Hey, does this sound better?
They have everything. Yeah, you sound good now.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry about that.
No, you're good. Apologize to the listeners.
Better be. All right.
Sorry, everybody.
All 14 of our listeners. Might have 17 by now. I didn't check our stats today.
Hey, we made some friends today.
Well, you made some friends. I knew them. No, we did make other friends, though.
Yeah. Like, I got you guys free shirts.
You did. I didn't expect that. Those are soft, too.
Yeah.
Those were very nice.
Yeah. It's going to be a good Delaware shirt.
Yeah.
In the heat.
So walking in, Kevin.
Yes.
What went through Kevin's brain when Kevin entered thou place of excellence?
That's a lot of rednecks. No.
You're not wrong.
No, but I didn't know what to expect, and I was completely overwhelmed by it all. Like, I didn't know, like, it was by room, by category. We kind of skeeted through the whole place, so I was just kind of scanning because we were going to the bow shoot to set yourself up.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just kind of like looking around and just trying to. I wanted to stop at every table, so it was kind of hard.
When we walked in, it was like
we literally lost you in the first 3 booths.
Yeah, I thought that's what we were supposed to do. I don't know.
It was hilarious. Anytime Dan said, "Yo, check it out," you literally went and checked it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was fantastic. And at one point, this was really funny. At one point, some person was like, "Oh, we sell our broadheads in 12 packs," and me and Eddie were making fun of him, like, "You never buy broadheads that are in 12 packs." And we turned around and you were talking to that lady, and we were like, "Oh no."
No, I didn't want anything of what she was selling, but she was a good salesperson.
Oh, you were just being nice.
Yeah, no, I just couldn't walk away. They were like, they looked cheaper than the ones I already have.
They're vultures out there. You got to walk away from them.
Yeah.
You got to walk away from them.
You know, it's kind of like walking through Chinatown.
Never been there, but
yeah. No, it was definitely extremely overwhelming. I should have done homework on what I actually wanted to see more, instead of kind of just going there and seeing what was there, because there's just too much there.
Well, it's kind of tough because I was going in today expecting to see some stuff, and I was highly disappointed. Like, some of the stuff gets on my nerves about showing stuff to consumers before it's even available, because they pump it up on social media and stuff. You only get to go look at so many places, and the stuff I went to look at today wasn't even in the state. So
that surprised me.
You got to kind of have to look at that with a grain of salt. That you want to look at stuff, but it might not even be available to you. So I wouldn't take too much of you going down not knowing versus knowing as a downfall. You're going to be overwhelmed in general,
no matter what.
Yeah, but even like looking at something stupid as like releases, I would stop, and I almost felt like I don't know, like I couldn't be like stopped at one place too long because everybody's just fluently moving through the place, and I had no idea what I wanted to look at as far as releases, but I wanted to look at releases, and I really didn't. I felt a little rushed because I really didn't know where to look, and my eyes were just like going.
Yeah.
So it would be the same. I mean, just even walking into a store, I guess. You got to do your homework before you go anywhere, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's overwhelming. I mean, I saw a guy today I haven't seen in freaking, high school. That's been 20 years now. Pretty cool to see that guy. He's from Proven Wild. Give a guy a look up, Jonathan Fosnot. But that was one of those things where he even says he's allowed in the building 2 hours before even the general public is, and he couldn't even see everything. And he's been there all week.
You can't see everything there. You have to spend 2-3 days if you really want to check everything out, especially the outfitter hall. If you're in the outfitter hall, you can spend all day in the outfitter hall, and that's literally just hunting outfitters. And then you have like a fishing outfitter hall, I guess you would call it, plus a gear hall for fishing. You got a hunting gear hall. And then you have an archery hall. You have a bunch of corridors with people in them, and then you have the big main room, which is all guns. There's also a little one for boats, and a little arena for like home stuff. There's cabins, tin roofs, steel chainsaws, like just random shit like that.
Yeah.
So
smokers.
Yeah, anything and everything. I mean, you really gotta go in there with a mindset you're going to look for something, and that's really hard to do unless you've been there. So I can't say that even if because you would have spent hours reading all the vendors and then looking up who those vendors are and what they are. You would have it would have been a nightmare for you to actually try and figure out who was going to be there and how you were going to go about looking at stuff.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, take it with a grain of salt, and then you could go down. I mean, you have 9 days to go, or something like that, 7 to 9 days or something.
9 days total.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
And if not, we'll save her up for next year, bud.
That's it. Yeah. I think the best way to honestly is to go in there with an open mind and just kind of let Jesus take the wheel. Yeah. Just start walking.
Yeah, I went in there not expecting anything, like not knowing what to expect, and just kind of wanted to take it in more than anything. I was excited to see the shoot and how that went down. I've never been to an archery shoot at all.
What was your thoughts on that?
The 3D shoot looked I was just asking questions, looking at everybody's bows. What's this? What's that? Why has he got that? Is he in this class? Trying to find out the rules. I want to be in one.
We should. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, no, you're fine. It was just really cool to see how everybody just comes with their different setups, different classes, and
I do.
Yeah, it was. It looks fucking nerve-wracking, but
it is.
Don't be intimidated, bud.
No, not at all.
Just because you have a fancy setup don't mean you can shoot.
Yeah, no. Yeah, just because you have a fast-looking car doesn't mean you know how to race.
Exactly.
But it's all in the fun, right? So you're just shooting against yourself.
Yeah.
We should have give you a roll of quarters. And you were like, every time you asked us a question, you had to give us a quarter. And once you were out of quarters, you're no longer allowed to ask any questions.
That might happen at Delaware this year.
Yeah, or maybe we'll do dollar bills. Inflation,
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, eggs are $14 for a dozen.
Yeah,
so.
and I'm about to lose my chicken, so
yeah. Hashtag rest in peace.
You guys are
well, they're not dying, but
you guys are in a world of hurt this summer.
So, moving on. I'll start with Eddie. What was your favorite thing that you saw today?
Favorite thing that I saw, there were some novelty items that I saw that were pretty cool. Way out of my price range, but just some cool novelty dream toy stuff that I would love to have.
Like things with motors and stuff?
Yeah, some big tires and, just some neat stuff. But,
man, that Sea-Doo,
that was cool.
The fishing boat or the fishing
that jet ski fishing
that
boat.
Was
oh my
wild.
God.
I mean, that's literally like that's probably up there on the list of toys.
Yeah.
But another thing I did enjoy today. So I'm normally not a gun guy, but I'm looking for a new turkey gun. I have an old 870 that has been one of the loves of my life for a long time. First gun I ever had. She's killed damn near everything I can kill with it. But she's my turkey go-getter. But she's starting to crack out. She's getting old, so I need to get something new. But we walked around, touched some guns today. Some really nice guns. Probably guns that I wouldn't take turkey hunting because they get dinged and
Beat the shit.
yeah, busted up. I forget to clean it after it rains, that kind of stuff. But that was probably my favorite thing today. I was in the mood to look at some other stuff, but again, that stuff wasn't there. So I'm not going to touch base on that really. It's because it's annoyance. I mean, there's stuff, everybody bitches about online ordering and stuff like that, and it hurts the world and stuff, and, the consumer side. But how else am I supposed to buy it? You ain't having it there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Everybody loves mom and pop shops, but I can't even touch the stuff to go buy it somewhere. So I have to buy it online because they don't even bring it to the show.
Is there any guns that stuck out?
Well, I learned a lot about 28 gauge today, which was cool. Any type of turkey ammunition, chokes, stuff like that, any type of turkey talk I really enjoy. So probably that's about it. I'm in the mood. I'm in the realm of 20 or 28 gauge for my next shotgun. Semi-automatic.
And that's a place to go. Like, if you're in the market for a new gun, that is probably the best place to go to touch and play with every possible gun. I mean, there was a couple brands. I can't believe Benelli and Beretta weren't there. Unless we just didn't see them, but we walked that gun zone pretty good.
Yeah, because that's one thing I was interested in.
Yeah.
I mean, I had a couple things on my list today, and guns you can't really miss there. It's there. So, but it is what it is. But we're gonna find some stuff. We're gonna play with some stuff.
Yeah,
it's
absolutely.
A great way to.
I was extremely impressed and overwhelmed by the gun section. The way you guys handle guns and can talk guns is extremely impressive. And the amount of weaponry there was insane, and some of the guns that I held were wild. So that part was pretty damn cool. I'm very uncomfortable holding guns still. I found that out today.
You'll get that with time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm even uncomfortable. It's a safety thing. I mean, today's actually.
I guess I should be uncomfortable, right?
Yeah.
Yes, if you're over confident, you need to pump the brakes, my friend.
Yeah.
Because there's always now. Today we're in a completely controlled environment, and so it probably looks like we're very laxed with it because there's obviously no ammunition around.
I don't even think there's any firing pins in them or anything. I think they pull the firing pins.
Yeah, I would agree with that. But I don't know, Kevin, I don't know if you noticed, every time I opened an action, I just looked inside just as a natural.
Yeah.
It's a, it's second nature. Just look in there and make sure she ain't
ready to rock.
Somehow holding. What was your favorite part today, Daniel?
Well, qualifying first in Archery Shoot was pretty cool.
There we go.
Hey, shout out.
What did you shoot your
Dan.
best?
Look at me.
Best ever?
Yeah, highest score ever.
Attaboy.
So that was
Great
fun.
shooting today. Great shooting today.
Thank you. But as far as the show goes, just kind of running into some guys that I haven't seen in a while, talking to them. I'm trying to think of any one particular product that is in the Elevate stand, probably. I went there looking for that.
Yep.
I liked the stand. I liked a lot. The sticks I was so with, but I think I can make them quieter just with paracord and stuff and just kind of toying with them a little bit.
How about them tethered one sticks?
The tethered one sticks weigh nothing.
It's like a toilet paper roll.
Yes.
Like literally.
That's heavy.
Yeah. That's kind of
Single ply. It ain't double ply.
Yeah, we got the Harrisburg show supply today.
Yeah. Oh, ready for the pro tip of the day? Bring dude wipes
Everywhere
in
you
a
go.
small pack.
Everywhere you go.
And when you hit them public restrooms up that have that half ply, you're good to go.
Half ply, like right away say it. And when you have Scrapple in the morning, things can get hairy.
I was going to get to that. When you eat the way we ate, you're going to need some dew wipes.
Yes. So the food What about the food? What did you guys think about the food there?
I had a fantastic bratwurst with beer cheese and onions. Oh, it's wonderful. Then I had a Yingling we'll wash it down with, which even
better.
Oh man, they went together. That was a good call on my part.
I wish that they would do more like outdoor food than like carnival food. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I think it's tough though with weather.
No, not cook it outdoors. I mean, like have like a barbecue food truck inside, or like
more food trucks, like.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
I see. Okay.
I wish it was more food catered to the day than just like to me that's like carnival food, boardwalk food, whatever you want to call it. You know?
You guys got what kind of sandwiches you have?
The cheesesteaks?
Yeah, with the cheesesteaks, just chicken.
It was so it was no, they're beef. They were beef cheesesteak. They called them like what the hell they call them? It was a cheesesteak, but with beer cheese, hoagie or something like that. It was just a baby cheesesteak, is all it was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
but it was pretty good, right?
No, it was good.
That was from a truck.
Yeah,
I'm
that
not
was
complaining.
good.
No, I didn't think the food was bad. I just wish that there was food like
more
that I wouldn't get to normally eat.
Well, I also, did we go through the food court like we were going to? I don't think we never.
We just cut the corner of it when we went through the arena.
Yeah, so you did miss out on seeing some stuff in there because there's a smokehouse spot in there. There's all kinds of stuff.
There's a crab cake place in there.
Yeah, and there's other stuff.
I saw the crab cake place.
Yeah, but that's probably where you probably would have walked into that section. You probably would have been like.
Have you ever eaten around the ones that are kind of around the outfitter hall? Like where Canity or whatever the hell that
from the taxidermist.
Yeah, like around that edge there. There's all those like random food places that are like sunk in, like where I bought the waters.
Yeah,
those are like stadium food places.
Yeah.
Is that what that is? They're like, I guess they're always there.
Hot dog, pizza.
Yeah, they're like stadium vendors.
Okay.
Yeah, better choices in food would probably. That's a good call.
Yeah. But I don't think we searched it out either. We kind of I'm hungry.
What's here? Yeah.
Oh, bratwurst. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I know one thing that Dan went there searching out for, and he searched and
Amish pretzels.
He sure did.
He got his Amish pretzels.
Oh yeah, we don't. I can sniff them some bitches out. I'm like a bloodhound.
What flavor did you got? The buffalo,
I got downwind of that bitch, and I went right to her.
You got the buffalo chicken.
Yeah, I got the buffalo chicken.
What kind did you get? You got ham and cheese?
I did
Kevin?
get the ham and cheese.
Okay.
I did.
How'd you like it?
It was okay.
What do you mean it was okay? It sounds like something very typical New Jersey person would say.
We ate today? I didn't think it was. I probably should have. If I didn't have a cheesesteak earlier, I would have gotten the cheesesteak one and been happier.
Really?
Okay, understandable.
Yeah.
So it was your flavor pick that it made it okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like the ham and cheese one is just like a glorified Hot Pocket.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah.
It was better than a Hot Pocket, I gotta say. But
well, that's good. At least it's better than a Hot Pocket.
Maybe I'm just being a complete food snob. I don't know.
No. I mean, being that our podcast is our brand is pretty much based around food for the most part.
I'm a fake chef, so if it's
you're a DIY chef.
If it's good, it's good. Like
that should be your name, the DIY chef.
Yeah. All right, I'm down with that.
You like that?
Yeah, I do.
You're like the public land chef. You know, nothing fancy, nothing expensive about it, but at the end of the day,
yeah. But I did do some dry.
It's going down.
Yeah, I am getting fancy.
That's true. You did like you're stepping out of your zone. You need to know your role. Get back to hot dogs and macaroni and cheese.
You're just upset you didn't get any of that dry age.
I'm very upset I didn't get any of that dry age. I had a mistake. I apologize. I'm clicking my pen next to my ear. I'm sure you can hear that. I made a mistake, and I just, no pun intended. And I did not make it to the dry age extravaganza. We're looking forward to doing that with venison. We were talking about that on the way home.
Yeah.
We just don't know exactly what cut we're going to do it with.
Yeah, I just used a rib roast. I got a hell of a deal during Christmas time, so I bought extra. So I never thought I would dry age anything because I think it's kind of a waste of meat. But since I got a freaking screaming deal, I was like, now's the time to try this. And now I might have changed my mind a little bit. I don't like the waste stuff, but this could be like a 1 or 2 time thing a year, like holidays, or get some boys together and have a good dinner. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. You ever have anything dry aged, Kev?
Just steakhouses and stuff in the city.
Now, could you tell it was dry age, or it just said it was dry age on the menu?
No, they're sitting in the freezer when you walk in, like in a fridge on display.
Oh,
interesting.
It's some bougie stuff.
Oh, bougie.
Yeah, we don't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's real good.
Yeah, we're from the Dutchland.
So how about? I think I might actually buy that stand on Saturday. I'm
The
thinking.
what?
I don't know if I want to buy that stand on Saturday or wait till they come out
Well,
with the
he just-
licensing.
This,
Because if I can get a Kuyu stand,
yeah.
yeah,
But he did say it's a pretty hell of a deal there at the freaking show, right? Like
Yeah.
$350.
$350, I think.
And you know when
For
it's usually a
just the stand.
better deal? The last day of the show.
Yeah,
Which
That
you
might be
will
one
be
of my
there on
favorites.
Sunday for the last day. Of
you're
the
right.
show.
I will be.
That's
Yeah.
just hopefully.
Just so you guys know, on Sundays, our tickets are free. You can get in for free on Sunday with your ticket.
Oh, I have to go catch
I
my
didn't know
otter. So.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Hopefully you do. Hopefully, I can show well at the shoot and come home, and then you'll have a otter.
And you can take fancy ass photos
Yeah.
of something I've been after for
Decades.
like 8 years now.
That was something I didn't see there. Like like there was some fur there, but there was.
They don't. It's a very nichey.
You have to go to like
thing.
the trapping conventions and shit
It's
to.
very nichey. Yep. So I think that's why people
Is it just it draws bad attention, or
Well, yeah, everybody thinks it's hurting the animal, and the only way it's hurting the animal is if you're overkilling the trap. Okay, the stuff's made to hold stuff, but like if I go and stick my arm in a freaking 330, it's gonna freaking hurt me. Like,
yeah,
stuff's made for reasons, and if you use things to that
right.
extent, this stuff won't be in any way, shape, or form bad. It's actually performing good, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're not hurting the animal, say it wasn't a target catch or anything like that, it's easily, you just let him go.
Yeah.
Later on, bro.
Yeah, I want to do a full podcast. We were talking a little bit with Trev from, I almost said his other podcast, the Outdoor Drive podcast. So shout out to Trev and Steve Mardick, running into them today. And the guy from Bowhunter Chronicles and Generations to Hunt was there too. So it was kind of funny having all those podcasting guys in a circle. And we
Great conversation with them.
It was a great conversation. We got talking. We got some ideas rolling. So that would be, hopefully something kind of comes out of that in the future. That'd be really cool. I've known Trev for like 3 or 4 years though. So like we're pretty good buddies. We talk pretty regularly. Yeah. But I know, anyway, he's into trapping. So I think we should do a podcast
right
with
when
him.
the conversation ended and everybody was breaking up, we had just started that
somehow.
Oh, bro, we got to catch up and talk about this sometime later. But yeah, no, I mean, he sounds like a pretty good guy. Sounds like a good trapper. I'd like to pick his brain a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Teach each other
He's
some
into
stuff.
He's into it.
He's got way different rules than I do, so maybe he can show me something that I can kind of
take.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And apply it to my situations.
How were you surprised, Kevin, in any way that like how many people were there on a Thursday?
No. I know that this is like a very big deal.
Okay.
Like I guess going to like the Javits Center and seeing the car shows, I kind of expected a similar atmosphere.
Okay.
And it was. But it showed out. Like it showed up for sure. I mean, it was just wall-to-wall vendors, great stuff. Ton of people on a Thursday. Like you said, a ton of people on a Thursday.
Could you imagine what it's like on Saturday?
Nuts.
No, and I don't want to.
It's terrible. You can't talk to anybody because it's like
you're getting pushed down the line.
Even towards the end, like when it was dying down, I wish I could have went back again, like throw it.
Yeah, that like 12 to 3 is
pretty
terrible.
Rough.
Yeah.
Like, and we got lunch at the right time because when we came back like an hour later, the freaking line was outrageous.
Yeah. But yeah, like, so I would say, like, looking into next year, is there anything that anybody would do, like, different or want to look forward to or, like, want to be involved in?
Well, I'm shooting next year for sure for the 3D shoot. I'm always in for 3D shooting. I didn't get to this year. My bow needs a little bit of a tune-up. I didn't want to go waste arrows today, so The plan was to shoot, but next year the plan will be
to shoot.
That 3D shoot looked fun, I gotta say.
No, it's a good time. I enjoyed it. I've only done it twice now, but it's enjoyable. And every time I've done it, I've improved. So it's all that matters. I haven't placed or nothing, but I don't really care about that.
Very cool.
It'd be nice to win, but that's I'm just shooting so that when fall comes,
That's the most important part.
then.
Yeah. What about you, Kev? You shooting next year?
Yeah,
Thank you.
Which one?
both.
Ooh,
Both.
I'd like to.
Better get your
I'd like
bow
to shoot
hand
the
strong,
3D.
boy.
What?
Better get your bow hand strong, boy.
Hey, man, that's what I do.
That's gonna be like 100 arrows in one day for you.
That's a lot, bro.
Because you figure it's 30 and 30, so that's 60 right there.
And you better
Plus you're
wanna
warming
know
up.
which one you want to do better in, so you do that one.
Well,
first.
I know for sure I want to do the target first.
The
Target
3D
or
targets?
3D?
No, the whatever the hell Dan did.
You want to do the
What-
spot first?
The spots.
Spot first. Yes.
Okay. I want to hear why. Just curious, even if there is a why.
Because I see the 3D being more fun and the spot being more competitive in my eyes.
Okay.
So I want to be.
So are you calling me out?
Absolutely not.
Ooh.
Not
I'll put
you shot
$5,000 down right now on the podcast.
We are on the same
hell with them
team.
We are on the same team, boy. Actually, no. We'll probably be shooting in different divisions next year because I think I'm thinking about bumping up in a division.
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
trying
when
to
you're
hold
a
down
top
the fort
qualifier
for you.
for the week. You probably should.
Yeah. Well, it's not over yet.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure you're going to be
Top
the
qualifiers don't win, so
Yeah.
automatically,
True. That very true.
it's a head game, man.
You could go and shit the bed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I shot really, really well today. That doesn't mean I'm going to shoot really, really well on Sunday.
No, no.
That's the plan. That's the goal, obviously.
You know what it was? You got blistered. That's what it was.
Honestly,
You had to focus in.
yeah.
Yep.
I actually kind of thought about that. So on the third end, I got a blister on my thumb because I shot a shit ton yesterday getting ready for this. Well, mainly because I had to, because my bow was in shambles and I didn't know what release I was using, what arrows I was using. So just threw it all together last second and shot a little bit too much using the hinge release, and I draw with the pegs like in like that fatty part of your thumb, and just from rubbing it created a blister, and it ruptured at the pretty much the last shot of the third end. And I came back and I showed these guys. I'm like, this isn't good. But it turned out to be very good in my benefit because I shot really good after that. And I think it's like what you said. You have to zone in.
Yeah, you focused in. You had to put that out of your mind because every time you drew, that was painful.
Yeah.
So as soon as you got back, relaxed. Ooh, we're in the zone.
Yeah, we're good.
Yep.
But yeah, no, I'm looking forward to it's definitely more fun when everybody shoots because we could all shoot together.
Yeah.
Especially the 3D, that would be fun.
Yeah.
That would be
Cool.
fun. What else caught your eye there, Kev? In?
Camo.
Kev, what are you doing
Oh,
for tree
Jesus,
stands?
Camo.
What are you doing for tree
Yeah.
stands, Kevin?
I have no idea.
What are you doing for Camo, Kevin?
I have no idea. I really like Sitka.
Shitka?
But yeah,
You
no,
watch
I
your
mean
mouth.
there was so much nice stuff that I've never seen before.
Honestly, you can't go wrong. There are so many brands right now between Kuiu, Sitka, First Light, Scree, Osseo,
Scree,
Furlough.
I think was this. Scree was I think a
Forloh.
group that I really liked there.
And those I don't know who those kids were or guys.
They were awesome.
Yeah, they were super cool dudes. I don't know if they're
They're
like
helpful, yeah.
I don't know if they're like part owners or whatever, but they're really cool dudes. They're out of like Idaho. One of
Yeah.
them lives in Utah now. So I was trying
Yeah.
to get the in on the what zones I should be putting my points into. So shout out to that guy. I forget his name, but you the man.
And that Texas company, I really like their lightweight stuff for like Delaware.
Forloh. Yeah.
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 That
Sorry, I'm horrible with names, but
Material was
I
good.
do remember what I saw and what I liked.
that looks good. That Osseo stuff looks it's almost kind of like I don't want to say it's kind of like Sitka, but it reminds me of Sitka, like the way that pattern kind of works out, but it's more blurry, if that makes sense. Like Sitka's more like blocked out, like you can.
Yeah, it's digital.
Yeah, that Osseo, I don't know. I think if I wasn't so heavily invested in Kuiu, were you at the Kuiu booth?
Yes.
When I walked in, and the guy's like, "Oh, like whatever," and I was like, "I have some stuff."
Yeah. And he's like, "Do you have this? Do you have this? Do you have
Yeah.
this?"
And I was like, yeah. And he's like, "Oh, so you really do have everything?" I'm like, "Yeah, I literally have everything except for that hoodie right there that I'm looking at right now, and like a pair of pants."
Well, that's when I kind of walked away and I went and found your tree stand. So I come running back and
Yeah.
they're like, "We'll get there."
Yeah, we'll get there. And the guy's like, "Oh wow," like he's like, "Usually people say that they have everything." I'm like, "Bro, I will show you my receipts." But yeah, if I wasn't so heavy in Kuyu, I would. I don't know, man. I don't know which route I would go.
I like Sitka because of the way it fits me. I'm thin. I'm tall. It all fits me
Yeah,
super nice. So it's.
I think that's what I need to do. I think I need to try things on and just see.
a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Yeah, and I need to just figure myself out and go with the pattern that I like and the fit that feels
Yeah.
comfortable.
I'll tell you one thing: you're gonna spend money.
Yeah, unfortunately,
I'm okay with that when I'm okay. Like when I find something that I love. Like I mean, I was a Jordan guy growing up. Like I spend money on things that I enjoy and like, and that are comfortable to me.
Right.
But it's just very hard for me to just like. I know that when I pick a company, I'm going to be very loyal to that company. So that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for that, like you are with Kuyu and you are with Sitka. Like I know that whatever I pick, I'm just going to keep like in that company.
see now I did change.
So in the beginning, it's just very scary.
Yeah, well, this year I did change. I bought some Kuyu this year for Delaware, and it was mostly because Dan has some stuff, and it's some lightweight material, stuff like that I wanted to use for Delaware. Sitka has some stuff, but I wanted to try something else. You know what I mean? And I actually like this stuff fits because I have a lightweight Sitka shirt, but I don't like how it fits comparatively to the Kuyu ones.
Yeah.
It's a different material. It just fits better. And I'll rock them for Delaware from here on out.
So the three heavy hitters, I have an opinion on them. I think Sitka makes the best waterfowl shit out there. I think Kuyu makes the best mountain shit out there, and I think First Light makes the best whitetail stuff.
Okay.
That's like how I
Okay.
would rate that.
Now, why you say First Light with the whitetail stuff?
I think their camo is better for whitetail woods.
Okay.
They're quieter. They're quiet compared to Kuyu.
Yeah.
I just like their camo better than Sitka. I think some of their stuff is better. Like they have a better selection. I feel like than Sitka, you can really do different stuff.
No, I would, because my personal opinion is I think some of Sitka's camo, even they say that it works all times, I don't believe that.
Yeah.
Because I can lay my freaking jacket outside.
Yeah.
And it stands out.
Yeah.
You know, but then like my turkey vest is in their waterfowl pattern,
Mm-hmm.
and that fits perfectly from the time the leaves start to change and stuff going into springtime. That blends so well, and then as soon as I get into a shadow, I'm gone.
Yeah.
When the green gets.
Yep.
And I'm fine with that.
Yeah, you can't go wrong. We're nitpicking very high right now.
100%.
Yeah, I'd be very happy with Sick. I'd be very happy with First Light, Forlow, Kuyu.
I've killed it
yeah.
all. I've killed stuff. So
Yeah.
it doesn't really make a difference. It's more or less of me being nitpicky.
Nitpicky, yeah. That's the Stone Glacier sleeping
you
bag.
almost-
Oh, dude, I almost went home with that son of a bitch.
Yeah.
That
Would have had to drag you out in it.
I know. I was actually thinking about just like wearing it home and driving like it. You know what I mean?
Oh, crap.
That's funny. So okay, we talked about camo. We talked about what was your favorite thing in the archery hall?
Well,
Who are you talking to?
well,
Either.
again, I want to come back to Kevin. We got to get you out of that freaking 200-pound stand that you carried around last year at Delaware. I know
Hey,
you
man.
want to leave it there in a spot, but I think you got to.
That's a good
You
question.
think I got to leave it there?
So you going tree stand or you going saddle?
I really
We didn't talk about saddles at all yet, have we?
no. We haven't.
Because I was
talked.
disappointed.
I should have probably.
You
You know what? I made a major mistake by not sitting in a couple saddles today.
Well, I got to go back
See,
Sunday. So
I made a major mistake by not, because I've never sat in a saddle. I've never felt it. And there was plenty of opportunity today where I should have at least sat in two.
You know
or three of
what?
them.
I'll be completely honest with you. If you sat in saddles today, being you never sat in any of them, I don't think you would have learned anything
No.
other than what it feels like.
Dan and I
kind
were
of.
standing there, and everything is on a straight, perfect vertical pole. And every time you go out in the woods, I don't know how many. I mean, you can find one here and there. You got to get the perfect
But
tree.
there's probably marks in it from climbers.
Yeah, but you are going to. It's not going to be perfectly straight. You're not going to feel. It's going to feel super comfortable, in my opinion, sitting there on unhinged motion. You're just sitting there.
You're just leaning.
This is great.
Yeah.
I could do this all day.
Yeah.
As soon as you get into a crooked tree, and you got to hold yourself or position yourself properly that you're not.
Yeah.
That's
Tarzan. Because even like, so we have Eddie and myself. We both have Latitude saddles, and they're very comfortable. Just like if I was just to walk up to a tree and just kind of lean, like use it real quick, it's comfortable as shit. But after 3 hours, like my ass starts to hurt, my hips start to hurt. Now is that improper setup? It could be. Like we just started running saddles, so this was the first year that I personally ran a saddle. Is it the fact that I'm 240 pounds in this 2-strap with I don't even know what you want to call the it's like a rope is the belt. I think that puts a lot of pressure on my hips. Now, a lighter guy, that might not be the case, or a shorter guy, or a guy who has, a fatty in the back, has a dump truck going on.
Yeah.
Might be able to fill it out a little bit. You know what I mean? I have a flat ass, so I can't.
Well, see, that's my issue with it. So I don't have any problems around the hip area. I literally can't stay in the damn thing because I have no ass. It goes
slides off. See, we're both Pennsylvania Dutch, so we got no butts.
I go back to thighs. It's weird.
All calves, no ass.
I used to have a butt when I did some sports and stuff, but it's gone now.
Yeah, we're washed up.
So I gotta figure. My biggest thing is I just want to be. My biggest problem with saddle last year is I constantly felt like I was sliding out of it. Whether I put freaking leg straps on or not, I just kept feeling like I was slipping out.
How'd you like that cruiser one?
I like it, but it's freaking giant.
It is big. It is big.
And I'm thin. So now the guys from the tree stand, like
Tethered?
No, the tree stand.
The tree Elevate?
Elevate. Yeah.
Them guys said cruiser, go cruiser.
Right they did. Yeah.
Tell them we sent you, go cruiser. And I walked over there, and it's the same, but it's giant. On me, it would be huge. And they have run a single panel like everybody else, a single or a dual.
Right.
And their single, it's like a bed sheet on me. It's
yeah.
And then the dual is what I have now, so I don't feel like a company I don't feel a different company with a 2 panel is going to be any different, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Because there's still going to be that space in there and stuff like
that. Yeah,
I
think I'm definitely going to go single panel next.
Yeah.
I know we just totally took the limelight away from Kevin's to the original question. Kevin, where's your head at?
I don't have an answer. I'm listening to you guys, and saddle sounds horrible.
But you actually enjoyed it this year, though, didn't you?
I enjoy the principle of saddle hunting.
Okay.
I enjoy the idea of it.
It's just trying to get comfortable. Because I remember, like, I saddle hunted primarily all this year, right? And then there was at one point in time where I was hunting a small piece of private that I have, and it's only 14 acres, so I have set stands there. So I'm not going to hunt out of a saddle. I already have pre-hung sets.
Yeah.
And I went and I sat in the stand, and it's not a Taj Mahal up there. It's just a cheap Walmart stand.
Yeah.
And I remember sitting down on it going, this is so much comfortable than a saddle. But as the season went on, I got more and more comfortable with the saddle. Now, I don't know if that's just me learning how to set it up or me having more layers on. So it was like more padding for those pinch points.
Beefing you up.
Yeah. So there's like multiple ways I can go here. I can just go back to a tree stand, stop eating Little Debbie's and lose 20 pounds, or go to another, like, try a different saddle. But I mean, they're not cheap. They're not cheap.
They're not.
Unless you have a friend like Kevin who's willing to buy stuff off of you.
And I had another offer on my saddle today, Kevin, so you might want to pony up if you want it.
You might want to try both of ours to see what size is the best, because I have the large and you have the...
100%. That is the way to do it. You might want to try both of ours on, because he got the big man and I got the little man.
Maybe I definitely need to sit in a saddle and see how I feel in it.
And shoot out of it.
I'd like to up my tree stand game a little bit, get some lighter stuff for Delaware especially.
Just keep in mind, the later you go, the more expensive it's going to be. That's
100,
pretty much just how it goes, yeah. There are some,
but you remember what you felt like last year lugging that stuff around.
No, I remember what I felt like lugging it down the last day after the longest sit.
Yeah. in 90-degree weather.
And no water for the last 6 hours.
What's funny is the fact that like that's what we've done that for the last 15 years.
Yeah, that's why we're so excited about this stuff.
I mean, I'm honestly in no rush to know any better because I don't know any better.
Your setup was when I got your setup, I was like, oh my god, this is so light compared to like a heavy ass climber.
I mean, you know what? More than anything, I was more unorganized.
That's the biggest thing.
Yes, and that'll come because not that you had no idea, but you literally had no idea.
You could say that.
Yeah. Well, even if you did have a year or two of hunting under your belt, that was your first out of state hunt. It's completely new. I mean, the year before, Dan and I were discombobulated. We brought everything but the kitchen sink, and it was way too much.
Yeah. As far as going out on the trip,
yeah. So I think it's hard for me to justify spending that much money when I wanted to spend it on other things like
shit you don't have yet.
Delaware tags. I wanted like the camo and stuff. Like I don't know. I'm okay with what I got.
Oh,
now.
You never went back and got your picture stick thing.
No, I didn't. I'm pretty pissed about that, but I have the card in my pocket.
The what?
The magnetic camera thing that he was
to stabilize the camera.
Yeah, you were pretty upbeat about
that. That actually surprised me on how good that. Obviously, it depends on what phone the camera.
No,
in your
but
phone,
the vibration off the shot was actually very nice comparatively to other stuff.
Yeah,
I've
like
seen
the Tacticams and
you
stuff.
shoot in it.
You can't see. Yeah, you can't see anything.
Yeah.
I have the card. I'll have to find it and
you know what's funny?
Name of that company a shout out because that was a really cool invention idea.
Yeah, we should send that video to Yetter because that was off of a Hoyt bow and be like, there ain't no vibration. I almost really hard cursed there. There ain't no vibration on these bows, boy. What you talking about? Matthews guy.
His hand shock. Give me a break.
Yeah. Anyway.
I like my hand shock when I kill stuff. I don't care what you say.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm more worried about where the arrow's going, not what
my hands all at once.
Yeah. So we covered the archery hall pretty good. Got to talk to the Annihilator guys. Told them that they owed me 10 pounds of deer meat because it destroyed the deer that I shot last year. I want to shoot that. I do like the broadheads. They shoot good. I just want to shoot a buck with them before. That's like the final. Like I test stuff out on does, and then the final like hoorah is a buck. And as of right now, it's either them or Sever. Tooth of the Arrow, too. The Tooth of the Arrow has pretty. They weren't there this year.
No.
Either was Sever.
No.
No, I'm thinking about it. Fucking NRA, man, I'm telling you, they took it over and it went to shit.
Yeah, they just want to sell you 12-pack broadheads all the time.
That's the Kevin. That should be called the Kevin Special. 12-pack of broadheads.
Did you guys see what she was selling?
No, we heard 12-pack and we were out.
12 at once.
Let me just run this. Let me just run this by you guys.
All right, I'm gonna close my eyes. You just paint the picture for me.
So.
If you're driving and listening to this, don't close your eyes.
Is essentially 4 tin blades that go underneath your field tip to make a broadhead.
She's putting butter knives on the end of your arrow.
Correct,
Okay.
110%. It was like a hollow little like tin can, 4 spikes that you put onto your arrow, and then you screw your field tip in to tighten it.
I'm about to go there tomorrow and buy every single one of them and just throw them in the trash. Nobody can use them.
You are now out of business. You just went out of business.
And she was showing
Your light just went out.
Of animals absolutely destroyed. Look what it does. And she's like, they're not just small game arrows. They're used for everything. We have them right here for whitetail. We have them for boar. And I was like, lady,
you should have.
Looks like the cheapest thing I've ever seen in my life.
You should have been like, that deer was shot with a 300 Win mag.
And
like,
you're probably
stop.
talking to the cheapest hunter in this building.
No, yeah, everything. You are the Amazon king.
And I was not buying.
You killed a deer with an Amazon broadhead, which is like unheard of.
An arrow.
They don't even have a brand name.
They don't.
It's a zero. It's a zeros. XERO arrow.
Definitely not made in America.
I am definitely
it
not.
It kills in America.
I'm not a product snob, but like there are some products out there that
terrible. Hey, we Lighted Knox. We're all about them Chinese Lighted Knox.
Oh yeah, I mean that
with D-Power or something like that.
Doesn't even that has no effect on.
No, they shoot good.
Yeah, and then show me where my arrow went.
Yeah,
I killed a PA black bear with one this year.
Yeah, that's one thing. If you get that, go ahead, Kev.
Believe it or not, I I am by no means like a product snob, right? Like I'm cheap, but when I'm not cheap, like once I find my brands and stuff, it'll come out in me.
Yeah.
Like I mean, I'm still learning, I'm still making mistakes, and I wanted to make sure that this was something that I wanted to do, and now it is.
Yeah. Dan and
So,
I've had a serious learning curve, though. I mean, I worked 10 years in a bow shop, and then Dan came like my number one customer.
I just spend way too much money on this
So,
shit.
I mean, I just played literally with every piece of equipment that came in the shop, and then if I liked it or didn't like it, Dan got to put it in his hands and play with it and see what he thought.
Yeah, and I've surrounded myself with people who are very obsessed with like all of this.
Yeah, I mean, and that goes a long way. I mean, Kevin, you want to shoot a broadhead? I mean, I got a whole box at home of
So do I.
just broadheads. So does I mean, if you let me try that. Let me try that one. Let me try that one. Let me try that
And
one.
we even me and you do that. We're like, oh, dude, that look like what is that?
Yeah.
I haven't seen. Let me try that.
Yeah. And I'm not. And then when it comes to broadheads, mechanical versus fixed, that's completely on you, bro. That
I have both
I
in my
think-
quiver all the time.
I think I'm a fixed guy.
I'm a fixed blade guy, and I just am because I have fantastic luck. I mean, I've watched deer not even look like they got hit and just fell over 20 steps away. Like,
See, when you have a draw length like me, and you have all the horsepower that I have going behind that arrow, you can damn near put one of them stupid butter knife things on there, and it'll probably put a 3-inch hole in it.
yeah, 100%.
All jokes aside, Sever. You know what? I have nothing but good things to say about Sever. Now, I've heard some guys shoot deer with Sever and say that they have terrible blood trails. I have not experienced that, and I've shot a pretty decent amount of deer with Severs.
And all that stuff comes down to freaking
Location of
and
the shot.
how the bow's tuned. I mean, if your arrow's coming in sideways with a mechanical,
Oh, you're screwed.
it ain't doing what it's supposed to be doing.
No, and that's what kind of annoys me is the fact that people go towards that mechanical realm because they're too lazy and they don't want to tune their bow,
Yes.
and they think like, oh, the mechanical is going to hit where my field tip hits. Well, yeah, that's
they rely
fantastic.
on the arrow.
Yeah, but if your fletching end is 6 inches to the right when that tip hits, dead center, you're losing all of that energy.
Yeah, it don't.
Plus, the broadhead has to open.
I've worked with people and I've been around people who say they don't care how the arrow hits the deer as long as it hits them. That is the most wrong thing to ever say when it comes to bow hunting, because I mean, it's the proof's in the pudding. It's a single shot, one kill, silent, done for. Not.
Yeah, you should be trying to kill the dirt on the other side of that deer. Like you should be trying to put everything
rain
through.
here. Let's not make it rain
Yeah.
with arrows.
Yeah. Speaking of arrows, was there any arrow stuff there?
You're gonna find it very hard to get me off of Velocity Pros. That's why I don't even.
No. I'm just saying in general. I'm not saying like for us to switch to. I'm just saying there wasn't any.
Deer
arrow.
crossing.
Oh, deer crossing. Yeah. I got buddies that love them. I'm a firm believer in what I believe in. And like I said, I don't know nothing about deer crossing. I have nothing against them by any means. They're just gonna get in the butt of all the jokes right now. I'm a believer in being able to go to a bow shop and get your arrows if you forget them at home or lose them or break them. Like
You're out.
the simplicity. I'm the same way with ammo too. Like the simplicity of being able to just be like, hey, cut these to 29.5 inches, put in 50 grain inserts, 4-fletched AE max Delphanes, and we're off.
Most
back.
of the time, you do have one arrow left. So if you bring me one arrow, we're gonna get you covered.
Close.
But
Yeah.
if you bring me this arrow and it has no markings on it whatsoever, just says arrow.
Yeah.
Like,
It's tough. It's
if
tough.
you don't have any information to give me,
Yeah.
I
It's
can't.
tough.
I can't help you.
I
I mean, I can help you, but you're not going to be happy because it's not what you have.
Yeah. I mean, there was arrows there, but it was just like other
Yeah,
like small shops selling arrows. There was nothing really.
Yeah, they're clearing out inventory.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm trying to think of where we spent most of our time. We were pretty evenly.
We distributed ourselves well.
Yeah.
We had to keep, we had baby in tow.
Yeah.
We had to,
Oh yeah, squirrel.
yeah.
Every place that we went that had camouflage, I was trying to get Kevin to spend money.
Oh, everything. Yo, Kevin. buy
Everything.
that. Kevin, buy that. Kevin, that box blind, you need that.
Oh, dude, the box blinds. Oh my god,
I do need that.
there's thousands of box blinds.
Yeah, but they do look dope. Some
What
of
about the
them-
one on the 4-wheeler? That was pretty cool.
That was
Yeah,
crazy.
you just
That
move
because we were laughing about it, and then all of a sudden I was like, "Yo, it's on a 4-wheeler." Oh, that's another cool thing that we didn't talk about was the pickup truck bed that came up hydronically.
Oh,
Oh, that's
yeah.
Eddie's thing. That's what Eddie's buying.
Yeah, I do.
That thing was awesome.
I'm gonna have to have a conversation with my wife, because I
Well,
know
at least if
I'm
you get kicked out, you'll have a nice little tent in the back of your
True
truck
that.
to sleep.
Yeah,
True that.
I have a hookup here. You can hook that sumbitch right up to it and have power, everything.
yeah, but that would be something to do. Like we go down to Delaware and stuff, and we sleep in a tent and stuff. But there's point in times of the year I want to go down for shotgun season, and sleeping in a tent in November just doesn't always seem enticing. It could be.
Yeah.
I mean, you just slept in what? Where you woke up and your face was frozen to your sleeping bag or some shit?
Oh, yeah, the New York trip.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to do a podcast on that.
That just sounds brutal. That
Yeah.
sounds absolutely... Nah.
Makes a man of you.
Nah.
Or
I'm good.
just makes you go, I don't really want to do that anymore.
Yeah, I don't want to do that.
It was cold. Yeah, that was cold. But I think that setup for you would be kick
Yeah,
ass.
Yes. My small truck and stuff like that, it would be...
It was
perfect.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. What I do want to talk about is you put your dad in a drawing for a once in a lifetime hunt.
Oh, shit. Yep. I did put my dad in for the 2023 PA Elk Drawing, and it is... Actually, I took a picture of it. Let me-
I just remember the guy saying it was like 56 days long, and I remember telling the guy that
Yeah.
I don't have that many days off of work.
Yeah, well, I don't think it's... I think you pick.
You can hunt. It's a governor's tag, so you can hunt all seasons.
Yeah, you can go...
You can go whenever you want.
Yep.
Yeah.
Dad
Wherever, whatever zone you want, whatever elk you want.
Yep.
Or season you want,
Yes.
sorry. Well, basically whatever
But
elk you want.
it's the 10th anniversary, and they're giving away a hunt.
Put your lips in that microphone.
You give away a hunt. It was $25 for one ticket, but I put 6 tickets in for $100, and it gives my dad a chance to go kill a Pennsylvania elk. You have a chance at a 400+ class bull. It's 56 days.
Oh, and it's guided and paid
A
for.
hunt
Like,
across any open elk zone in the Pennsylvania. And
Wow.
the winner of the special tag will receive a whole entire package. Yeah. It's a bucket list for my dad, and he's afraid to put in for it, in my opinion. He doesn't know if he'll be able to do it, but if I'm going to do it, we're going to do it. Let's get him in it. I don't
Yeah.
care.
Kevin, are you going to apply for that this year?
I hope so.
It's like $30.
Yeah, I will then.
And
we can
Dan's
start-
been after it for like 12 years now, and he still hasn't got it. So I think
10 years. Oh, well, I'm letting the bulls get bigger.
Oh, it's that way.
Yeah. Yeah. Why would I shoot them
You
10
just
years?
told
yeah.
them, hold me off to the big guy.
Yeah, yeah. I want to
He
wait till
didn't
there's
even start scouting until last year.
Yeah, I want to. No, I've been going out there for 3 years now.
3? Okay.
Yeah, 3 years now.
And when are you going out shed hunting?
April.
It's April?
Yes.
Okay.
All of April, I will be there.
All right. Well, I got to save a weekend then for you.
Yeah. If you want to go, I suggest being in my driveway Friday night at about 3 p.m. Because as soon as it gets here, I'm leaving and not coming back until Sunday night.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Friday night to Sunday night thing.
Okay.
And we're just going to put on miles.
Yeah.
Miles and miles and miles. Because I think, so I found one shed there, and I want to say I'm upwards of 100 miles for that one shed.
Yeah, I believe that.
Yeah, pretty close. And that might be a pretty soft number, to be honest. But yeah. Whenever you want to go, let me know.
Okay.
It's a blast. It's a blast.
I mean, it's shed hunting. It's always fun to shed hunt.
Yeah. I just like it's very lackadaisical. Like you're just kind of walking around. There's nothing. It's not like you're worried about the wind. You're not worried about pressure, scent. You know, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
willy nilly
Just
walking
hiking.
through the woods.
Yep.
Yeah. What else? We hit the boats and realized quickly that we can't afford it. When the boats trailers have rims,
And
out of my
spare
price
tires with rims.
yes, out of my price range.
I couldn't imagine. So we saw some trucks today that were
Holy
like
shit.
$123,000. So just say you're lucky enough to drive a truck like that. Just say you're lucky enough to put on a $100,000 boat that we were looking at on the back of that.
That's a house.
Get real, bruh.
That's a house. We're in the wrong business, first of all. All of us are in the wrong business for that.
Trees ain't getting me nowhere.
No, I'm about to start selling pictures of my feet. That might work.
Feet pics will get you there.
They might. Yeah,
Big old
think about
Dutch
it. Eddie's
feet.
thinking about it. Big old Dutch feet. I got a flat foot. Yeah, that's hard to come by. That shit's hard to come by, bro. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like when you put your like feet together, it makes kind of like an oval. Mine makes a D, right? D for Dutch.
So you just have one flat foot?
One flat foot. Yeah, it makes 0 sense, but I have one flat foot.
Check out Fans Only Big Daddy Dutch.
I tell everybody it's for more grip. It becomes an issue though for shoes. I have to be very careful with my soles. Usually I take out a sole. Yeah.
Huh.
Because it fucks with my foot. I shouldn't in all reality. I should be putting in a high arch in there, but it hurts after a while. So I just run a straight flat. I just make it worse is what I what I pretty much do. But I've gotten this far in life, so
You got it.
my parents used to scream at me for walking on my tippy toes, and they said, "Oh, your feet are gonna get flat." Son of a bitch. One of them is.
Who knew?
Who knew? But I could dunk, so hey.
I never had that. I don't have an issue. I walked on my tippy toes all the time.
Did you? Well, I'm also a fat
Yeah, it could be
individual. No, yeah.
Yeah.
I almost cursed real heavy.
good.
I mean, I already
I'm a
cursed
feather,
multiple
I'm a
times.
feather light.
Yeah, yeah. I'm rocking the heavyweight for sure. The crispy lady was there. That was cool to see some of the new crispies.
Oh yeah. Tried to get me to buy them too.
We tried to literally get you to buy everything. You know what I didn't? There was not a lot of duck and goose calls and turkey calls this year.
That was another thing, actually, thinking about it. I didn't buy a turkey call, and that normally...
That's what you went there for.
I don't normally leave there without one.
Yeah.
But it was literally the same crap.
You know who I heard is really good is the Fox Pro. I heard they have very good turkey calls.
I've been wanting to try them, but it's just one of those...
Trev.
Oh, he likes them?
That's what he runs, yeah.
Okay.
And that dude kills 15 turkeys a year.
Okay.
They're allowed
Oh.
like 5 turkeys in Connecticut a year.
Oh, wow.
It's
Oh,
dumb.
Lord.
Yeah, and it's like
How many animals have they gotten in Connecticut?
I don't think Connecticut's like a big hunting state.
No.
Though when I visited when I visited Connecticut when I was driving around for football, that's a freaking beautiful place. New England is a beautiful,
Yeah.
and I just don't think it's like your normal. Now you got your hunters, but I don't think it's like your normal hunting class. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, no, I agree. The density of hunter ain't there.
Yes,
or
it's-
outdoorsman is not there.
Yeah,
But they're there. I mean, obviously.
Yeah.
We were talking to 3 of them today.
yeah, but they're
Or
not
2 of them.
It's not the same. Like here, you can walk down the street and run into 5 people
Yeah.
that all shoot the same bow as you.
Yeah.
I feel you go up there.
Trev's into ice fishing too. He's into everything, but he's into ice fishing too. There was no ice fishing gear there. I guess it's when it's 60 degrees outside.
It's pretty tough.
It's hard to sell.
Yeah, let's talk about that real quick. It was 55 degrees when we walked out of there today.
Dude, I know. Like, so we got new hoodies for Craving Wild. They're not available yet to the public. They will be. We're testing them out right now. But I was sweating like you would not believe in these things all day. It was killing me. These guys were walking around like they were all good to go.
I was very comfortable. I think you were just nervous about your shoot.
No, this was after the shoot. I don't get nervous.
I'm just messing with you.
Yeah, when I was shooting, I was like, I gotta take this thing off. It was just too much.
Yeah, way to rep the brand.
Yeah, sorry. Way to not get shirts made.
Jeez.
I love you, bro.
Jeez. Gotta do everything for this guy.
So, is there anything really? Mind you, guys, we walked this show for 8 hours.
From 10
Easy.
till 5, 6 o'clock.
Yeah,
We were there for opening, and
yeah,
just got home at 9 o'clock at night.
yeah. And we could have covered a lot more.
But you get talking and get lost.
There's some taxidermy guys there that are phenomenal. I would like to kind of get some of those guys on the podcast too to talk. Oh man, Kev, you got anything else you want to add before we wrap it up here?
No, man. Like I said on the way home, I was more. How did I put it? I was more overwhelmed on the way home than I was on the way there after seeing that show and how big it was, how massive it was. I was more confused, I said.
Yeah.
I was more confused on the way home than I was on the way there. I didn't know what to expect today. It was everything and more. It was actually easier for me because you guys were a little bit disappointed because there was people there that you were expecting. I was not expecting anything.
Right.
So I was just overwhelmed the entire time. I wish that I talked to more people and just kind of took it in more, but it was like extremely overwhelming.
Yeah, I mean, you'll build on those relationships. I mean, especially with Craving Wild, that's the whole. I don't want to say that's the goal, but that's going to be something that we're going to be doing is just creating those relationships with people.
Of course, you got to network and stuff. So.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a couple of guys that weren't there today that are going to be there on the weekend that I want to talk to. One of the guys from the Antler Up podcast, I know he's going to be there, and who the hell? Oh, Jace from Exodus Cameras, he's going to be there. So I'm going to talk to him.
I might actually make you go back and send you with the money for that stabilizer camera.
Okay. Do you remember how much that was?
About $45.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
Okay.
And all it is it's a magnet that goes on your stabilizer, and it's just a magnet that connects to the back of any case to any phone.
Okay.
So it's not iPhone only. It's not Android only. It's any phone any stabilizer, I believe it was. And the way they did it was just really cool with that vibration pad underneath it. Everything was done really well. And the videos, their presentation was good. They took their time to show me how it worked. Really cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Go
ahead. Sorry, buddy.
No, I like that. That was cool.
What do you got? Any last thoughts, Eduardo?
Nah, I'm good.
No. Only thing I got is buy alpaca socks. That's it. Alpaca socks. You can wear them 9 days in a row. Your feet don't stink. They dry fast. They're insulating. And that's pretty much all you need in a sock, to be honest. But no, if you ever get the chance, go. I highly suggest go out there, take a day. If you can, take 2 days, get a hotel. There's plenty of them down there. And really just take your time, cover the show, because it's, like Kevin said, it's very, very overwhelming. Take the family down there, take kids down there. It's, there's a lot of stuff for kids to do there, a lot of stuff for the family to do there. It's a giant shop or building, whatever you want to call it. And just have fun with it, walk around, meet people, do whatever you got to do. I guess we'll wrap it up. Thanks, guys, for listening to this episode, and we will catch you the next time.
Craving Wild out.